This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Allen versus Anderson. You all have been together for 17 years. You're married, but you're currently separated. And whether this separation ends in a reunification or a divorce all depends on what happens here today. Am I right, Ms. Allen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, you've opened up this case. The stakes are high. Please explain.
Me and Mr. Anderson, we have been together for 17 years. We've been separated, living out of the household together for the last year.
Wow.
Exactly. Me and Mr. Anderson relationship has been up and down, peaks and valleys for a minute now. It all determines what happens. We have dated since we've been separated. We have discussed getting back together since we've been separated. But for me, I cannot get back together with Mr. Anderson unless I find out if he cheated or not. If not, these divorce papers will be signed before we leave here today if he did cheat.
Locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded.
Yeah.
Ready?
So everything, your marriage in total, is at stake here today.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah. She says you all have been through peaks and valleys in your relationship. This has got to be the valliest of the valley.
Yes, it is.
At this
Valleyest of the valley.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Cutler.
Yeah, the valliest of the valley. I mean, it doesn't get more crucial than this.
That's true.
She said it depends on what happens here today, whether we find out if you all are going to be together or whether you all are going to be separate because she's accusing you of cheating. How does that make you feel?
Well, it bothers me because it's always been an accusation. It's always somebody or something, and I spend so much time trying to prove I love her. I've always loved her. She's been a very special person to me for a very long time. The accusations do get overwhelming, so I guess today will settle whether we're going to continue or not, because I know I haven't done anything wrong. So when this comes out, I think I'll take the joy in her apology and working forward to being together again.
Wow.
You know, it's funny because I'll give you an example. She came into, I work at a nursing home. I've always worked in nursing homes. And she actually pulled up to the job one day, runs inside the nursing home, grabs a book with all the employees' names and numbers, and apparently she called them. You know, which I thought was a very bold move. I guess that was her way of trying to figure out if I was cheating with someone inside the nursing home I was working in at the time.
You was.
And she called your coworkers.
Yes, she did, embarrassing me.
Okay.
Did she think you were sleeping with the residents?
No,
Wow.
the female employees of the nursing home.
Okay, all right, that's a relief.
But did you do that?
Okay. Yes, I did.
Okay, that was yes, you did. Okay.
Yes, I did. It wasn't a book of the residents. It was a book of the employees who worked there.
Okay, so you called his coworkers, and one coworker said, "Yes, we are
I used to
sleeping
work
together."
there, and I knew a specific young lady. I called her, and she gave up the name of the young lady he was seeing at the nursing home.
Third party.
I went to the
party.
nursing home to get the book, to get her
Third
information,
party.
because Mr. Anderson was actually at her house when I was digging through the
Third
book.
party. No, third
So did you
party.
ever call this woman?
Yes, I did speak to her.
And what did she say?
That was her boyfriend.
Did she know that he was in a relationship with you?
I didn't know he was in a relationship. He was so smart. He was so intelligent.
lie.
I was so
That's not
impressed
true.
by him.
That's not true.
I thought that I
Nope.
was dating him. I
Nope.
didn't know
Nope.
anything
Nope.
about him.
Nope.
He tells me that's
Nope.
his friend, but why does a friend lie on you?
No.
What led to your separation? How did you get to that point?
Mr. Anderson is a serial cheater.
Okay.
He does not get caught, so he believes that he cannot be convicted without physical evidence.
Wow.
I am tired of him getting caught in these situations with all these different females that he tells me are friends. Every last one of his friends had a different spinoff of his version of the story. That led to me, it took a long time to get strong enough to walk away from that, because I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm the third party.
Right?
I don't want to do that, and I got tired.
What was the last straw? What broke this camel's back that said, okay, I'm out, we're separating?
He ended up in the hospital, and I brought some exhibits for the court to prove.
Okay. Why don't you step to the monitor then?
Okay. Mr. Anderson got sick November, day before Thanksgiving's Eve. He had to be rushed to the emergency room, and we went to the hospital.
Okay.
He had to have emergency surgery. He had an ulcer perforated in his stomach.
Oh.
As I'm sitting there, I go through his phone, and the first thing I seen was a "Hey Big Head" text. Where I'm from, "Hey Big Head" is side chick lingo.
What else made you say, okay, I gotta go?
Okay, we were supposed to go to a club together. Mr. Anderson decided at the last minute he wasn't gonna go. I went to the party alone. When I came home from the club, Mr. Anderson had locked me out the house. I left and stayed with a family member. When I came home that evening, when he woke up that morning, the first thing he said to me, "I don't want this. I don't want you anymore. I don't want this marriage anymore, and I am leaving you."
Don't want you to tell the whole truth.
What happened after that was he decided that he was going to leave and go to New York to stay with a family member.
Okay.
He would no longer wanted the relationship, and this was prior 5 days up to him leaving to go to New York. I looked him in his face and I told him, "If you don't want me, this is the last time you're gonna actually tell me in my face you don't want me." I meant that. So what I decided to do was let him go. You wanna leave? Leave. A day before he decides to leave, "Oh, well, I'm going to leave to go to New York, but I'm coming back. I'm going to stay with a family member."
And then returns to the house with a backache. What's the significance of that?
Okay, the significance is Mr. Anderson has had about 2 operations on his back. He has rods and screws in his back, and he cannot take travel in a car, a bus, a train, even a plane, longer than an hour, hour and a half. Mr. Anderson claims he was in New York. We're in Connecticut. That's less than an hour ride. He claims that's where he was, but once he came home, his body was exhibiting behavior of a much longer trip. We had back spasms, we had legs shaking, you couldn't sleep at night. I had to get up and make you heating pads for his body to sleep. Your girlfriend should have did that. She the one you went to see.
So you think the fact that he came home with a backache means that he was, a longer distance than New York?
I believe that he traveled from Connecticut to Georgia.
Why Georgia?
Because the young lady lives in Georgia. Once I contacted her, she lives in Georgia.
Which young lady?
The young lady that he left to go see, Hey Big Head.
Mr. Anderson, you left for 30 days. Were you in Georgia?
No, I was in New York. And the reason my back was hurting is because when I was in New York, I was doing street activities and I was up constantly.
So the fact that you didn't contact her during this time was just to teach her a lesson?
Yeah, I just want you to know how it feels.
It wasn't because you were with some other woman?
No, it had nothing to do with that. And I told her that after I came back. I said, I wanted you to know how I feel, but it backfired because she obviously don't feel for me the way I feel for her. Because when she stays out and don't call and I can't reach her, when my wife is gone and she's out like that, I worry. Yes, I do.
Well, Miss Allen, I noticed that you have another point there, contacted other woman. Tell me about that.
I contacted her initially myself. As soon as I asked her questions, she blocked and deleted me.
Okay.
But I did get her to respond once I started texting her from Mr. Anderson's phone.
You catfish.
Yes, I did.
All right, and you submitted
hell out of her.
those messages to the court, is that
Yes,
correct?
I did.
You wrote, "You're acting like you didn't like it."
It could have been better.
Ha.
Our protection?
What protection? It's her belief that her response is, we didn't use protection while having sex, correct?
Absolutely.
Ah, okay.
All right, thank you. Would
Thank
you step back to the podium, please? Mr. Anderson, who is this woman who responded, "It could have been better," when the text was sent posing as you're acting like you didn't like it? Because the natural response would have been, "What are you talking about?"
That's what I originally said. When all this was brought to me, I was flabbergasted because I really didn't know what was going on. I know the person. Yes, I do know the person. I haven't seen this person in over 35-something years. We were kids. We still ain't seen each other.
Her
This
children
was-
were asking about my husband.
How is that possible if you never seen me?
Hey,
Well, here's the thing. Clearly, we're not going to get a response
No, we're not.
up or down about this woman. Are there any other women that you're concerned about?
Let the church state. Okay, 17 years, 17 different women, but we're only gonna go to this one. I had a family member's neighbor tell me he was sleeping with the other neighbor.
How do they know this?
He was creeping around on his peeping Tom that day, I suppose. This this friend of the family, and the friend of the family said he heard noises from the window, and he was on his peeping Tom, and he was peeping in the window, and he told me he seen my husband sleeping with the neighbor.
Saw it with his own eyes.
Saw it with his own eyes.
And called you and told you this?
He waited for me to come around and tell me.
Okay, so he says he heard
Noises.
noises.
So I guess he was doing a good job that time.
So this friend heard noises.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And he goes up and looks.
He looks through the window and he tells me my husband was blowing her back out. Those were his words exactly.
That he saw with his own eyes.
That's what he said.
Okay, Mr. Anderson,
Yes, Your Honor.
were you giving it to the neighbor real good?
No, notice she said this person was the peeping Tom, which sound kind of creepy, don't you?
It does.
I was
All
gonna
right.
say,
Exactly.
It does.
All right, now, first of all, I know this man. Have you seen my wife? Beautiful woman. This man see what I see, but can't have what I got. So, of course, a person like that, that's always trying to get with my queen, gonna say what he wanna say. I'm a smart man. Why would I go in a neighbor house and make it so that any and everybody can see it? I'm not that stupid. But again, he was after this.
I gotta say, Mr. Cutler, it is creepy that a man says, a friend says, hey, I heard sexual noises. I went to see what was happening.
Thank you.
But can I say this? It wasn't one story. It was a combination, a compilation of him acting crazy and the guy telling me that.
And so all of these things, the list that you showed us and submitted as an exhibit, you said, I'm out. We're separating.
Absolutely.
Okay, during this separation, we have folks coming, we taking a break, and so during the break, people do whatever they want to do.
We still married. Ain't no such thing as no break.
No.
And is that your understanding?
Yeah, we don't do that.
Okay.
We don't do that. Nah, we don't do that.
Your testimony to this court is you have not messed around during your separation.
No, not at all.
And you're also telling this court that you have not messed around during your entire 17-year marriage.
Exactly.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And Miss Allen, you're shaking your head no.
No, because
As he's answering the question, you're shaking your head no.
that's a lie. You shouldn't lie in court.
Man.
So,
Judge Cutler?
so, Mr. Cutler, what we have is a marriage on the line. They have been separated for over a year. This separation came about because of years of distrust, it sounds like, on the part of Miss Allen. It all rides on this today. Will she file those divorce papers when we first started?
We're gonna find out.
Or are they going home together?
We have these unanswered questions. And to address these unanswered questions, this court has done a full and a complete investigation. At this time, the court will call a certified polygraph examiner, Dave Lawrence, to determine, is he cheating? Please report, Mr. Lawrence. Good day, Mr. Lawrence. How are you?
Just fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
Yes, sir. I'm a retired 30-year law enforcement veteran. I've been a polygraph examiner for the past 26 years. I've conducted thousands of various types of polygraph exams.
And you conducted a polygraph examination on Mr. Anderson, is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
You asked Mr. Anderson, since beginning your relationship with Ms. Allen, have you had sexual intercourse with a woman you were communicating with in Georgia? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine? What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive.
Woo! Breathe.
You asked Mr. Anderson, have you had sexual intercourse with the woman who is the neighbor of Miss Allen's relative? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive.
Wow. For real?
My bad.
You're bad? You're bad? Is you serious?
Deceptive ain't the same thing to me
That's
as being
deceptive
guilty.
mean lie. Come to find out you was everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody? You ain't even got that much money and to spread around.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Sorry.
Ms.
Hold
Allen,
on.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Anderson,
Yes, ma'am.
I don't even have words. You knocked it out the park. You got a perfect score.
I guess so.
The wrong
apparently.
score, but the perfect score in that.
Apparently. I'm sorry that anything that I've done hurt her, because it was never my intentions to hurt her.
It's probably
I guess-
never your intention to get caught.
No,
That's probably what it
no,
was.
not the case.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
What if I did you like that? What if I screwed around and came
The
home
truth
to
of the
you?
matter is, I don't
That's
know
not
what you do
fair.
because you never come home.
I wonder why.
Well, then-
what I'm coming home to.
You right.
All right.
Ms. Allen, you came here to get some answers,
Yep.
Got him.
and you got answers.
Thank you.
This is a 17-year relationship on the line. What are you going to do?
I'm done. I'm beautiful. I can date. I have plenty of options. I'm going to take those options.
You can't realistically go forward with someone who refuses to hold himself accountable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
We have counselors. Both of you probably need to see him. But whatever it is, Dr. Jeff has the remedy for you.
Thank you.
Go and talk to him. And as we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a happy, fulfilled relationship. Court is adjourned.
Thank you.